Hey, it's Dave from Bullpen Cycles, and we are editing our viewers ride video. Coming up next. So if you recall, after my surgery, I've been restricted, and I asked our viewers to send in pictures of their motorcycles and videos too, and we put together a conglomeration of all the different motorcycles that you guys out there are riding, and boy did I get a response. Of course, we got Triumphs and Royal Enfields and all kinds of bikes, and I'm going to share them with you momentarily. So remember last time I had a little contest going. I picked out 4, but I'm not going to leave it up to just me alone. If you were one of those 4 winners, I'll put your motorcycle in the description of this video. If you're the owner of that motorcycle and you sent the photos in, make sure I have your name and address and the t-shirt size you want, large, extra large, and 2XL, and I'll send those out. For everybody else that participated, I'll send you a little gift too, but you've got to get me your address. And then finally, I'm going to have a viewer's pick. So if you viewers watch this video to the end and you have a favorite motorcycle and it's not one of the 4 that I picked, I'll either do a poll or you post it in the comments or somehow get your vote in, and we'll select another winner for a t-shirt. And now, on with the video. The first one I'm going to share is this Royal Enfield Bullet. You can tell it's an older one because it's a pre-unit model, separate engine and transmission. It's actually bored out to 410 cc's with the Triumph pistons. It's got Kawasaki rims and forks. This one comes from Dale in Australia. Thank you, Dale. Here we have a 1948 Vincent Series B Rapide from Tony, who says they only made 2,700 B Series twins. This one has a 12-volt conversion, a steel idler, and AML Mark I carbs with Mark II cams. Just listen to that thing purr. Thank you, Tony. How about a double-engined dragster from Ed Kelly made with 2 Triumph Trident motors? That's 2 3-cylinder engines designed to put out around 600 horsepower. His goal was to better T.C. Christensen's 7.93 second at 180 miles an hour. He says instead he built the heaviest, around 1,000 pounds, most complicated fuel system and most fragile British double-engine drag bike in the world. So it's a thing. I didn't get to see what his drag strip times were. He says it runs 110 cubic inch Magnuson blower with more other stuff that I could possibly understand. Here is a 1908 Curtis single from Daniel McGill. Doesn't tell us much about the bike otherwise. Curtis here is not to be confused with the current modern Curtis motorcycle, which was derived from Confederate motorcycles. I understand the original Curtis, Glenn Curtis, actually set a land speed record at 136 miles an hour here in Ormond Beach, Florida, but I'm not sure if that was a bike like this or a different one. Just to show you the great variety in our viewers' rides, this one came from Nick in North Carolina. It's a Dong Fang 150 trike. The first 2 pictures are when he first got it. The second 2 pictures is when he was finished with it. He lengthened the frame by 24 inches, moving the seat in front of the engine and put a 4-gallon gas tank above the engine. He wanted to build something with a street legal go-kart type feel. This is Tom firing up his 1976 CB750 Super Sport that he found sitting under an oak tree for 20 years. Oh, the feeling of success. Good job, Tom. This came from Dave. He says it's not old enough to make the list, but oh, I think it is. It's a 1994 XR650L. He got it, it had 5,000 miles on it, and he found it in 2011. Of course, the brakes were stuck, but he got it going. He says it's the only year for this graphics package. I really do like the red, white, and blue motif. This is Mark, who says he's 69 and still riding off-road trails. Here he is on his Husqvarna FE501S. After having hydrolocked it in the swamp, he finally made it out. He says, no damage after many kerosene flushes and oil changes. This is Steve from Indiana with his 1973 Triumph TR7 RV. By now, these were 750cc 5-speed with disc brakes up front. And a single carburetor makes this one real easy to run and ride. These are underrated bikes, in my opinion. This is Roy with his 1971 Honda CB350. He found it with 7,036 miles on it through a want ad that he placed on Craigslist. It was missing a tank and some other bits, so he made it into this resto mod. A great photographer once told me, always take your photograph with a person standing in the picture. See here, it's not just the bike, it's the duds. This is Tom with his first bike, a 1971 Kawasaki H1. He says, only by the grace of God I am here to tell the tale. Not a good first bike for a novice. Unfortunately, he didn't tell us the story, but I love the picture.
It's a
well, I have to share our only Bultaco submission. What's wrong with you guys? Just one Bultaco? Anyway, here's Mike with a project he just acquired. It's a Model 68 250 Persang.
Motorcycle.
Mike is from South Carolina.
68. A cute little box of parts. The Amal carburetor is in there. Another ignition system, the electronic one, and
here's a pit bike from Don in Louisiana. It started out as a 1983 Z50 that he paid $20 for, but he's got a CT70 head and piston on it. He says he put about $500 into it and it runs good. This is a barn find 1978 Ducati Dharma. The Dharma 900 cc's and the first bike with magnesium wheels. I would have liked to find this one in the barn myself. This came from James Klein. This comes from Butch. It's a 1999 Harley FXR2, a Super Glide 2. He says it's one of 276 built in stone cold blue, but it looks like purple to me. He bought it, and after buying it, he noticed the owner shared the last name with his best friend from high school. Turns out he bought it from his friend's uncle. Well, we started with the Royal Enfield Bullet, so we're going to end with one. Here's a 500cc Bullet with the engine swapped out to a Yamaha XS650. converted to right-hand shifts so they could keep the left side brake. This is from Joe. Okay, well, I'm sorry I didn't get them all in, but as you can see, I did get a lot in, and boy, what a variety we had. I want to thank everyone for participating. Remember, shoot me your address. Even if you weren't shown, I'll have a small gift for you. So I'm off restriction, and I will be at the Barber Vintage Motorcycle Festival outside of Birmingham. That runs October 11th through the 13th. I'll be arriving on the 10th. I'm probably leaving on the 12th. Hope to see you there. I'll bring t-shirts, so if you want a t-shirt, that'll save you some money on shipping, and you'll get a discounted show price. So if you want to see those videos coming up, they'll be coming up soon. Remember to like, subscribe, ring the bell, follow. I don't know. I don't do this stuff, but whatever you got to do, you don't want to miss those upcoming swap meet videos. And thanks for watching.